his truth? Well, depends which way you look at it, because there's some stuff in there that might be constitutionally interesting to some. There's other. Why do I want to know that he lost his virginity to an octogenarian out the back of the Rose and Crown? Did I make up the octogenarian bit? I think I did. An older woman outside the Rose and Crown. I've also made up the name of the pub, OK? Give me some licence here, please. So in a field by a pub, Prince Harry was, his words, I'm slightly paraphrasing, but these are broadly his words, ridden like a stallion by an older lady. That's how his virginity went. What a beautiful picture of the prince and the princess, whoever it was, getting together for that first regal session of horizontal gymnastics. It's a summer's evening. Harry's sipping a nice pint in the pub, and he looks across.
"You right there, Harry? You fancy a trip out the back, love?"
And out he goes, never to be seen. His mates are going, where's anyone seen Harry? And all he can hear, all they can hear out the back is, "Come on, son, pass me the Lambert and Butler, we're nearly done." And there's Harry. Stallions. I don't want to know this stuff.
"Can you get us another beer, Harry? I think we can go again, love."
Maybe. So we've got that detail, which I don't really think is of any interest other than, you know, a bit of tittle-tattle. Sorry for Prince Harry. Let's continue that conversation. Charlie Ray, former royal editor at The Sun, is with us. Afternoon to you, Charlie. You've written for donkey's years about the royals. You've seen the tittle-tattle. You've seen the revelations. Maybe you've been on the receiving end of one of those secret leaks that he keeps talking about. Either way, is there a part of you now, Charlie, having seen the interviews, the Netflix show, now the book, where you actually find yourself feeling sorry for this man?
No, not at all. I don't feel sorry for him at all. I mean, this is just another huge example of the moaning and blaming everyone else for his, you know, for his poor lot. To be quite honest, Ian, I find it incredible what is being said in this book. I mean, these machine gun revelations and accusations have come out over the last 24 hours at a rapid pace. It's been very hard to try to keep up with what's going on. I mean, it is all sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Normally, I would love all that sort of stuff, but not on the one day. Yeah.
I was just saying, it's a pretty significant batch of revelations, right? As far as revelations go, I mean, this is a journalist's dream, isn't it, in some respects?
Well, in some respects, it's a journalist's dream because of what's being said. I mean, this guy appears now to have, Harry, he appears to have so many chips on his shoulder that, you know, you could fill a chip shop with it all. It is staggering, the things he says. I mean, and some of the things he is saying, when you put them under scrutiny, don't add up. I mean, he talks about the William attack, where he was on the floor, and then the first thing he thought of doing was ringing his therapist. But it was only a few weeks ago he was telling us that he found it difficult to help Meghan, who was going through some mental problems. Why couldn't he have rung his therapist then? Or...
That's the first thing I thought, Charlie. Hang on a second. He made it sound as if there was no access to a therapist if you lived that life. But clearly there was, because he had one.
Of course there was. I mean, so he could have got hold of a therapist, even if that therapist couldn't do it. I'm sure that therapist could have recommended someone who is equally as good. So these sort of things don't necessarily add up. I mean, the Camilla, you know, talking about the wicked stepmother aspect. Is she going to be a wicked stepmother? Which I think is a feeling that most children who have come from a broken home, whether it's divorce or, you know, the death of the mother, find a new mother's come into play. And is she going to be nice, or is she going to be a wicked stepmother? And he does say in the book, which is a bit of a credit to him, that he and William, who didn't want Charles to marry her, but they came to tolerate Camilla. Well, she's now queen, and I think the toleration of between William and the Queen is pretty good now.
Yeah, I think so too. This is, of course, I don't know whether we're going to top any of these revelations, Charlie. Whether it's whether there is room or space for there to be any more. But do you sense that that's it now? We've got all the juicy stuff. There's not going to be any more. Can it get any more?
I suspect there will be some more. We've got two interviews, one in the UK and one in America, which are coming out on Sunday. And we've already seen little snippets of it on Twitter, and clearly that's him talking about things. I mean, in one of them, with the Tom Bradby interview for ITV, Tom actually asks him straight out, "Are you coming to the coronation?" Now, there's no definite answer.
Yeah.
It is, he leaves a big doubt about that. I mean, I'll be surprised if he now gets an invite to the coronation, given all this stuff.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, based on everything that's been said, I wonder whether he can be invited, unless the king kind of takes that moral high ground thing and says, well, we're better than that, so when they shoot low, we shoot high, and sends out the invite, maybe.
Well, let's not forget that an invite did go out to Harry and Meghan after the Oprah Winfrey interview to attend the Jubilee. Obviously, he got an invite to his grandmother's funeral. I suspect the invite, I mean, none of the invites have been prepared yet, so I suspect he may well get an invite, but he could have a diplomatic way out of it because it's Archie's birthday as well on that day. So, there is a way out. But if he's sitting there expecting, the King and the Prince of Wales to, offer apologies for all these allegations that he's made, he's going to be sitting there for a long time waiting.